What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Airing It Out, your favorite air conditioning and plumbing podcast. Today for you, we got a special treat in the hot seat today. We have one of our AC techs. This is Dave. So, Dave, before we really get started, why don't you go ahead and tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
My name's Dave Pidlypchak. Moved here in Las Vegas in 2003. Started HVAC 2004. I am a retired bartender.
Okay.
So I was doing that for a while, paying my way through school. I was working on the strip for a year and just knew that it wasn't for me.
Okay.
So I decided for a big change and got a real job.
You got a real job.
That's right.
Finally made your parents happy, right?
That's right.
Got to get a real job, David. So how'd you get into air conditioning then, of all things?
Funny enough, my cousin was doing it.
Okay.
And right out the gate, he was, really doing well.
Okay.
And I've always been pretty mechanically inclined. I used to rip apart bicycles and lawnmowers when I was a kid, and this was way before YouTube and the internet.
So just figuring it out.
Yeah, you just had to figure it out on your own, and ever since then, I've just always been like that.
Okay.
So I figured,
So he said, hey, this is great. You said, I could probably do that.
100%.
And here you are 18 years later, still doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So outside of work, what are some of your hobbies? What do you like to do?
I'll just tell everyone. I'm from Texas, so I guess some people would call it gun culture.
Okay.
I've always grown up around firearms. I shoot competitively. I just shot a match a couple weeks ago. It was a lot of fun, and I think most of the stuff I do is kind of geared around that.
Okay.
Some people play golf, like my whole family plays golf, except for me, and that's just what I do.
You just shoot a target.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's cool.
That's fun.
Also, big food guy, big drink guy.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna give a big shout out to Deadwood Meadery out in Henderson. I was there yesterday.
Right on.
Amazing, man. You got to get down there.
I've been meaning to go. I almost went on Friday or Saturday. Almost went on Saturday, but decided to go somewhere else.
Yeah, super good. The owner actually, he opened Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay, so he's like a legit chef. So he really understands flavor and kind of how to layer them, what to do.
That's
and
cool.
what he's doing down there is actually really special.
That's awesome.
It's cool.
Yeah, gotta check that out. You posted up a picture in one of our chats, and I was like, jealous. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I had everything that he did. It's all bangers.
All good?
Yeah,
right on. So, let's see. What I want to do now, it's a new segment for us, okay? This is something we haven't done before. So this is called Hot or Cold, right? Mm-hmm. So when it comes to air conditioning, right, when you're out there heating air conditioning, you're always dealing with hot or cold.
Sure.
Right? Plumbers are out there. When it comes to water, they're dealing with hot or cold. But for our purposes today, hot's going to be something that you're fond of or you're hot for. Mm-hmm. Cold's going to be something no interest, okay? Gotcha. So I'm just going to, go through a few of these. I want to know, Dave, if you're hot or cold. First on pineapple on pizza. Are you hot or cold?
As a kid, hot. Right now, cold.
Really?
Sure. Yeah.
What changed?
I think peer pressure, just the absolute,
the shame you felt.
Pretty much. I mean, people that eat pineapple on pizza in my crowd, you're gonna get roasted pretty bad.
Well, so I think it's worth it. Pineapple and pepperoni on a pizza.
Wow. I'm a pepperoni jalapeno guy.
That's good too.
Yeah.
But with some pineapple too? I don't know.
Maybe I'll try it.
You should.
Yeah.
Who cares what they think, man?
That's true.
What about getting one more call when you think you're done for the day? You hot or cold on that?
Well, it happened to me on Friday, and I'm actually hot on that.
You are? You're okay with that?
Yeah, as long as it's not like crazy late, like, oh, you've been off for 4 hours and
now
you're not on call
out west and you got to go to Boulder City for
Yeah, but it was reasonable, and I was like, yeah, let's go make something happen.
Right on. I mean, I'm sure they were happy to have you out if it was a late call.
Right.
Probably wasn't just for nothing. So, okay, that's cool. What about, are you hot or cold on the original Red Dawn movie?
Oh, that's a big hot.
Okay.
Yeah, John Milius is a genius. If you don't know who he is, there's a documentary. Check it out. It's amazing.
It's cool.
I grew up in the Cold War, so.
Well, then what about the Red Dawn remake? Hot or cold?
That's possibly one of the worst movies ever made.
Wow.
Yeah.
How the mighty fall, right?
These are facts, by the way.
I'm asking this just because I already know Dave's opinion on these things.
Yeah.
So
terrible.
Very
terrible
hot
movie.
on the original Red Dawn, very cold on the remake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the other way around. I've actually never seen it. Let's see. Milwaukee Tools. Are we hot or cold on Milwaukee Tools?
I would have to go with cold.
Okay.
And the reason why is Milwaukee's good. but I'm a Makita guy.
Okay.
So, I've never actually.
That's the green one.
Yeah. I've never purchased Milwaukee. I personally think they over torque everything. So,
I think it's a pretty divisive topic.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a take on Milwaukee. All our installers, they got the pack outs, flashlights, Sharpies, pencils.
I've been doing this 18 years. My original Makita still works.
Whoa, that's one of those hand crank ones you got to use, right?
I thought it was broken. It was actually the battery charger that broke. So I bought a new set, and I realized
drill was cool, batteries were cool.
The old charger broke.
After 18 years?
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive.
Yeah, still
That's
using it.
crazy. So you're hot on the Makita then?
Hot.
Okay. What about hydronic heating? Are you hot or cold? So for you guys, hydronic heating is heating that uses hot water from your water heater rather than using gas, which is most common out here, or using a heat pump, which is kind of like your air conditioner in reverse. Hydronic heating uses your hot water. So Dave, are you hot or cold on hydronic heating?
I'm gonna go with cold on that.
You're cold?
Yeah. So is it efficient? Yes, but they come with certain issues that are never easy to deal with homeowners.
Okay.
Unless they just have these units in stock every day, which they don't. Certain
Sure.
sizes, it's really challenging. And as an AC guy, I don't want to use a hose to fix anything.
You didn't sign up to be a plumber.
Right.
You signed up to do air conditioning
Exactly.
work, not plumbing work.
Exactly.
I'm hot on hydronic heating. There are definitely downsides. They're sometimes hard to source.
It feels pretty
having
good.
water in your house, inside
Mhm.
somewhere where you're not always looking. I could see that being a little bit
It's sketchy.
off-putting, but super efficient. I don't like that super hot heat that comes with gas furnaces.
Mhm.
Personally, I have one now, it's fine. But, so personally, I'm hot on hydronic heating. What else? I was really curious your take on that. What about saying "we dem boys"? Are you hot or cold on saying "we dem boys"?
Oh, that's hot all the way. We them boys.
So that's hot or cold. I think you had some pretty standard takes there. I think the pineapple on pizza, I'm a big fan of that. I think you should go back to your roots. You could always drop the "we dem boys" thing. That doesn't really need to stick around. Next up, what I wanted to do. So you talk. You're a little bit of a gun guy. Go hobby shooting. You know what I mean. You're kind of into that sort of that culture, right? So if you were going to take 3 items to a desert island, what 3 items are you taking?
Are you talking about firearms or just anything in general?
Any 3 items. That's all you could take.
Some kind of solar powered energy source, some kind of a generator.
Okay, a solar powered generator.
Yeah. Obviously, we're not going to have internet, but I do have a lot of things on my iPhone.
Okay.
I'd keep that. Then I'll have a nice, sharp, like Rambo knife.
Okay.
Because I can make a lot of things happen with that.
All right. Pretty good answer.
Yeah.
How long do you think you'd survive? Indefinitely?
Well, I think probably as long as there's a water source that I can have. That's it. That's all I need.
Okay.
Longer than Tom Hanks.
Longer than he lasted a long time, right?
I don't know. It's like that movie was like a year.
Was that it?
A year and a half, something like that. That's nothing.
Okay. You could last longer than Tom Hanks, and you wouldn't have to do the whole beach ball thing.
That's right.
What about 3 tools to take on a service call then? So you got your 3 items. You're taking to a desert island. Need them to survive. You're going on a service call. You can only take 3 tools.
So no heat or no cool.
It's a no cool.
Well, you need to have gauges for sure.
Gauges.
Your meter, multimeter for sure.
Gauges, meter. The third one is the one that separates it.
Probably a 8-in-1 screwdriver type of deal.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's even maybe a good one to take to the desert island with you. You can do a lot of stuff with that,
I'm retired from HVAC on desert island again.
So gauges, meter, your 8-in-1, 12-in-1, 15-in-1, whatever they got going on now. Okay, I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
I think you're going to get most stuff figured out with that.
Well, you're going to want me to take static pressure. I'll just wing it.
You're just going to make it up when I ask you anyways, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, Dave's one of our most technical guys. I wanted to ask him about that. If you got a problem on your house, ask for Dave. He'll come out and make sure you get dialed in.
For sure. I'm going to use a Makita.
Use the Makita. Don't use the Milwaukee. Go for it. So let's finish up with this. You've been doing this a long time.
Yep.
Right? You're a great tech. I've known you since before I even worked here. Good guy also. But when it comes to the industry, what is your favorite part about working in the industry?
I would say there's a lot of, personal gratification that comes with this job. People do certain jobs, service industry, for example. And, you never really truly appreciated for what you do on a daily. And this
Mm-hmm.
job, you definitely are.
Yeah.
You know, I think everyone appreciates a job well done, and we provide, you know, probably some of the best service in town.
For sure.
So, you know, I go home every night knowing that, you know, I did a good day's work and people were definitely, you know, happy with the service and came away from it having a better working system.
For sure.
Or a cleaner system.
I think that's one of the things that really does make it so gratifying is a lot of times we go, or when I used to be in the field, I say we, but you go out to a house, right, and you get there and the person is super irritated. They're mad their heat's not working, or mad their cooling's not working. Their house is uncomfortable. They're probably a little standoffish towards you. It's normal, right? You're frustrated. But by the time you get finished, it's completely turned around. They're as happy as they've ever been, right? It just it feels good to, like, I don't know, to return someone back to feeling just cool.
Yeah.
Again.
And they're going to be a customer for a long time.
Yep. Mm-hmm. We got a lot of customers that ask for you. I know you probably are our most requested tech. So
yep, I drive all over town.
All over town, just chasing the people who are chasing Dave. So before we go, is there anything else that you wanted to add, Dave?
Well, no, it's my first time on the podcast. You know, cool experience. I'm a big fan of the show.
Cool. Been doing it a long time now, so glad to hear that. Before we go, you know the name of the podcast, right?
Air it out.
Airing it out, right? So that's sort of a pun, right? First airing it out, talk about the air coming from the air conditioning system, but it's also a plumbing joke, right? A bathroom joke. You go to the bathroom, you got to air it out. So something we ask everybody: you go to the bathroom, you got to air it out. What's your preferred way to go? Do you light one of those religious candles next to there? Do you put like a big exhaust fan blowing it out the window? Like what's your move?
Yeah, you know, so I understand airflow pretty well.
Okay.
I'm definitely going with some CFMs, man. We gotta definitely move some air through that space.
So you going with the regular fart fan, or are you going with some aftermarket?
So I don't have anything aftermarket, but we do have an inducer draft motor here in the shop. We have an overpowered fart fan here at the shop. That's real. A lot of people don't know this. That's an inducer draft.
It's very loud, but it's very effective.
It is.
It does a great job. So ideally, in your ideal scenario, you're putting a big fan up there.
Yeah, fan, and you can spray some VOCs over it too. That's always fun.
It's going to cover it up somehow.
Yeah.
So then that's it. Thanks for joining us today, Dave. We're glad to have you on, and thanks everyone for joining us again for an episode of Airing It Out. Don't forget, air it out.
Air it out.